Rick Santorum says gay sex is not equal to heterosexual sex. I don't know what that means, but he said it. It's a curious explanation to explain his opposition to gay marriage. He said this at a campaign stop at none other than a Christian college in Iowa. You can't write stuff like this, Lewis.
No.
A recent graduate of the college compared gay marriage to interracial marriage and said, why is this such a big deal? Why would this be bad? And ABC News reported that Santorum said, after getting very agitated, he started talking about the perils of gay sex. And Santorum said that if same-sex marriage was legalized, then their sexual activity would be seen as equal to heterosexual relationships, and it would be taught in schools. Really? Well, let's see. If we can have a discussion, we can flesh out some, let's see what's going to be taught in schools, because we have same-sex couples being the same and their sexual activity being seen as equal. That's what Rick Santorum said, and that would be horrible. This is a circular argument, first of all. We can't have this being legally considered equal, because then we would have to teach that it's legal and equal, and then we would have to make it be considered legally equal, which would make us have to teach that it's legal and equal. I mean, this is Rick Santorum. This is the circular argument we're getting from him.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Not to mention, do they teach sex in Pennsylvania schools? I had no idea they were even that progressive. That's the biggest news to me.
I don't know. I have no idea if they do, but just more of the same from Rick Santorum.
The other thing we have to mention is, again, another anti-gay politician who is obsessed with gay sex. When talking about marriage equality, it's almost like lesbians don't exist. He's focused on the nitty-gritty of man-on-man sex, and he can't get past that.
He just thinks about it all the time, like when he's in the car, when he's at the office, when he's in the shower,
You remember when we had Brian Fisher?
When he's in bed. He just thinks about it all the time.
When we had Brian Fisher on the show, and he was just going on about the rectal wall is 1 cell thick and all of these other famous quotes from that interview, it's true that he's fixated when he talks about his anti-gay views. He's fixated on the sexual component only of the men. It's a fixation.
Right.
All right.
What would Freud say? What would Freud say about that?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
And also Rick Santorum saying Americans don't die in the United States because of lack of health insurance. This was another feisty exchange at Sioux Center, Iowa on Monday evening. He said that in his opinion, lack of access to health care has absolutely no effect on America's mortality. Could you imagine being more wrong? I mean, a 2009 Harvard study said that it's very clear that there are 50 to 100,000 uninsured Americans dying due to a lack of health care every year. And Rick Santorum just saying, I reject that number. I just reject that anybody dies because of lack of access to health care.
Right. I think what he meant to say is GOP presidential candidates don't die from lack of health care.
That might be what he meant.
Yeah.
That might be what he meant. We're giving away an iPad. It's the 2011 holiday iPad giveaway. DavidPakman.com/iPad. Plenty of ways to get involved. 10 entries for becoming a David Pakman Show member. 10 entries for getting a David Pakman Show t-shirt, Lewis. And also plenty of other ways to get some other entries. And I think it's fantastic. People are loving it. It's a great time to become a member. Lewis's memberships are all being excluded from the contest, so don't worry. He is not going to taint the raffle pool, so to speak. And you'll need to be a member to get today's bonus show, which there's just so many topics I can't even get to them right now. We'll take a break. Back after this.
The David Pakman Show at davidpakman.com.